Today we are at the Whisky Exchange in London Bridge. We are going to be getting stuck into their distillery school. Are you excited, Georgia?
I'm very excited.
It's going to be a really, really interesting afternoon. We're getting stuck in not only to the background, the history of whiskey, understanding what goes into making whiskey, we're also going to be blending our own whiskies. We've got a bit of a heads up battle. So without further ado, welcome to the distillery school at London Bridge. So it's been a minute since we've been back in school, kid, but we've just finished the beginning part of the London Bridge Distillery School here, learning a little bit about the history of whiskey. Hopefully a couple of things that you picked up there.
Definitely. I actually didn't know a lot about the history going as far back as they did go back.
There we go.
In terms of like Irish whiskey and Scottish whiskey and then Prohibition, and obviously how that changed Irish whiskey and Scottish whiskey in terms of Scottish whiskey becoming much more popular.
The scope of the whole market.
Yeah. I really didn't know that. So it was interesting to learn.
Lots of cool stuff that we can learn. Luckily, no Prohibition today. So we're going to get stuck in with the blending side of the experience now.
Yes.
And the game is who can make the best blend. So you're going to make your blend. I'm going to make my blend. I'll be looking at my recipe. Okay. We're going to have it
Yours is definitely in your head.
It's already in my head, pretty much. Yeah, I'm going to toy around with it though. I've got to try really hard here to make sure I win. I won't look good if I don't. And it's going to be judged by the Whisky Exchange team blindly.
Okay.
So settle in. Let's get to work.
I'm excited. Plan is an interesting word. I know which ones I'm not going to use. So that kind of makes it a little bit easier. I have a plan of which ones I want to blend together, but how much to do, I don't know. So that's just going to kind of be a bit of luck, maybe. We'll see.
Jay, do you have a plan then, mate?
I'd like to pretend I had a plan yet. I'm a bit nervous at the minute because if I get this wrong and the whiskey kid beats the whiskey baron at the blending session, it's not going to look good. So I'm trying to go for something that's well balanced, that has a little bit of everything. I think I'm going to give a miss on the Kalila, but I don't know yet. I need to figure out, I'm only going to have either 5 or 6 as the smoky element, but a very small amount of it. So that's the one thing I need to figure out.
Georgia, how you doing?
Do you know what? I'm actually really impressed with how good I am at pipetting it in. I keep getting the exact numbers I want, which is good. But to be honest, I'm just winging it.
Have you tasted anything?
There is no plan. I tasted my first one and I actually really like my first one. And I'm doing my my second one now. I'm just kind of up in the air about the peaty flavours because obviously that's not what my palate would go for. But I know that, like you said, obviously sometimes that can be a really good, like just a little bit to finish it off kind of thing. So I am playing around with that. But if all else fails, I do really like my first one. So I think that's quite good.
The interesting thing about blends for me is people always talk, I only drink single malt, I only drink whatever it may be. But ultimately, blending, as anyone in the industry who knows what they're talking about will tell you, is ultimately about creating something a little bit more interesting, something that is more unique than the sum of the component parts, and is really where the skill and the passion behind whiskey can truly come in. Finding a unique single cask, as much as I love doing it, it's a big part of our brand, it's not necessarily getting into the science and the flavor in the same way that blending does. You can really start exploring array. I mean, we've got 6 very different whiskeys here, and trying them all as individual expressions versus then creating something with them is completely different. And I think it's really important, you know, you don't want to rule anything out. Single malts, single grains, blends of any type. You want to get involved in all areas of the market, because figuring out what you like, or more importantly, sometimes what you don't like within a dram, will be a great point of context for you to move forward on your journey. love my job. This is amazing. That's very good as well.
I'm very confident.
I am very, very confident. I was going for the first 4 to begin with. Just keep it super clean, super simple, easygoing, something that Georgia would even like. But this rich and peaty blended malt at the end really tickled my fancy. And actually a very small amount of it in there works wonders. So I'm kind of preferring that at the minute now. But we're given 3 chances, so I'm going to take my 3 chances, come back to me in a minute and see what I've come up with 3rd time's round. The question is now, which one's going to be the best?
Yeah, because you can only pick one. I've done 2.
You've done 2?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know which one I prefer. Oh, you've done 3.
Mm-hmm.
Are they all different? Have you done for like 3 different things? Or types or whatever?
So my first one was only using the first 4. It was trying to be a really generic, a whiskey for anyone.
Right.
And then
Which is the one that
2
you think I'm going to like?
Well, I was trying to make something that anyone would like. Next 2 are a bit more complex. And basically the only difference between them is one of them has a little bit of the rich and peaty.
You've barely used any of the
Yeah, no, I've only used rich
yeah.
peaty. I didn't go for the Kalila. I went for the blended peaty malt, but it's just whether or not I add any of the Dal Yuan in as well. Number 4, the rich fruit and spice. And I reckon
Decisions. Okay, so I have made my decision. I'm going to go with my first blend, which is interesting because I guess there is something to say for going straight into it and having it all fresh in your mind. So I'm going to get to blending and put all the different whiskies together to make my beautiful final product, which could be a winner. It's a winner in my mind. So the first one is the Elegant and Floral. And I'm going to do 100 of that. So when it really brings you back to school. Correct, right? And then we've got the fresh fruit and vanilla. This just seems like a lot when you're pouring it.
a lot of liquid though. It's a lot of goodness.
I guess. Why not? The rich fruit and spice. Those are all of my elements together, and then mix them up, shimmy them together. And then I'm guessing, are we leaving that to sit for a second?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to let it chill for a little bit. You get the little.
It smells good, actually, even though it hasn't really had a proper chance to like mix together yet. It does smell good. You want to smell?
You happy?
Yeah. I think that's good.
You might be on tour winner. That's good.
He said it here first, people.
Cool, time to make my blend. So I'm going for 3/10 with the North British, straight off the bat, nice grain.
I think you're a big talker, to be honest. Talk the talk, can you walk the
You
walk?
know me well, yeah. I always talk the talk, and that's it. Can I deliver here? Let's see. 2 parts of the liquid. We got 4 parts of Baronas.
Do you have any of these actual whiskies bottles yourself? As in like the separate whiskies, do you have any of, do you have basically all of them?
No.
Oh.
But yeah, like a good amount of them. So we're going to put 300 on that. And then just a small amount of this London malt, which you said was probably Lafroig and Ardbeg, we think, maybe? Potentially.
Yeah, I think that's what we'd had a good old guess.
All right, so time to see who is the winner.
Mine is a lot darker than yours.
Mine's
Mine's a lot.
my volcano.
They're 2 very different colours though. So we have finished blending our whiskies and we're now gonna decant them into a glass and we're gonna do a blind tasting for James, who is the head of the distillery school. So he's gonna blind taste and then decide which one he prefers, and then that will be the winner, I guess, of making your own whiskey. So
luck.
I don't want to be petty, but I almost I almost don't want to say good luck to you. Is that petty?
That is definitely petty. That is the height of pettiness.
Oh, I spilt loads of mine. Oh well, doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Immediately on smell, are you getting one that you think you might prefer?
Stop pressure.
I'm not pressuring him. I just want to see.
Immediately on smell, this one's a lot lighter.
Okay.
So this one's got a bit more spice. Bit oh. There's a lot going on with that.
In a good
A little
way?
bit of smoke. Yeah, a lot of good. Starts off nice and light, but there's a little bit of smoke following through. Nice complexity, actually. It smells like it's going to be a bit more delicate, but it's really following through with some richness.
Okay.
This one smells fruitier. Feels sweeter. Bit of smoke there as well. I feel like if you have both gone with smoke, but
Decisions.
oh, it's tough because they're both very different. I like them for very different reasons. This feels more like a summery one. This one's a lot richer, but I think this one's a bit more interesting because I think this has got just a few more sort of waves of thing going on.
Final decision?
I do like them both, but I think if
Making that
I was
abundantly
going
clear.
to judge one for the sake of being a blend for its complexity, I'd probably go for this one. Oh.
I was so close.
I know.
I tell you what, though, yours is really good.
This is
It's
really
actually
nice.
really good.
I agree.
It's very, very good. It's very good.
This you'd almost think was just a nice malt though, whereas this you've got
Right.
this I can tell is a well blend. This is a blend of different things because you have that lightness from the grain, but then that smoke comes through at the end just to give you that sort of nice.
That does make sense, I guess, that you
Base
might
note.
be able to put components together maybe in
If I didn't win,
slightly.
I'd be in serious trouble. So it's just as well I did win, kid. Don't worry.
But
Close
But
match.
not by a
But
lot.
actually
Drink
good
this,
fight.
yeah.
It's actually I really like yours. It's
Yeah.
very good.
Interesting. Okay.
no, very good.
Happy days.
Successful
Yeah,
in both ways
absolutely.
then.
None of us getting a detention then. You passed the distillery school. It's all
Yes.
gone down well. You like both of the drams.
Yeah, no, they're both stunning.
For everyone at home, if you like the sound of either of these, what James is saying, we're actually going to have a link in the description below. You can actually request to come and buy these drams here at London Bridge, the Whisky Exchange here in London Bridge. So definitely have a little look and see if that's of interest. But thank you for judging, James.
No, not at all.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for
deciding
coming
I'm the
down.
winner.
Absolutely.
And he's never going to let me forget it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey ho, maybe more people will want to come and buy mine.
So we've just finished our experience at the Whisky Exchange Distillery School here at London Bridge, and what an afternoon it has been. It's just as well I came out just ahead of you. I would have potentially lost
Only
the
just.
business if I didn't come out as the better blender. However, I think a lot learned.
Definitely.
2 wonderful bottles of whiskey that we're going home with, along with some other treats. And guys, remember, if you're here in London Bridge, stop into the Whisky Exchange. Even if you don't have time for the distillery school, there's loads of great stuff that you can pick up, but also some really interesting people. You can bend their ear, learn a little bit, and hopefully go home with something interesting to drink, which is what we're going to do this evening.
Definitely.
Lots to be enjoyed, right?
Definitely. I'm going to go get some other people's opinions on our whiskies and see which ones they prefer.
We'll see you next time, guys. Have a great afternoon. Sláinte. Have something to wait. Sorry, I was in 50.
I said be
I was
careful
going straight into
about the
300.
I just find this interesting.
I'm
Here
doing
I
a
was.
litre bottle. Sorry.